Welcome back to Cold Front Convos, Season 2, Episode 2. Coming to you right after the Buffalo Bills win over the Baltimore Ravens in the Sunday Night Football season opener, 41-40. Bills with the huge 15-point comeback in the last 4 minutes of the game, something that's never been done in regulation before this week. So huge win, huge steal of a game that the Bills, I think we can all agree, probably should have lost. Well, maybe we can or can't, but yeah. I think the Bills probably should have lost it given the way their defense had played up until the last couple possessions. But just a monster game out of Allen, a monster game out of Derrick Henry. Lamar played pretty much mistake-free football for the most part. But the Bills walk away with a 1-point win in a game that may have implications down the stretch for home field advantage and playoff seeding.
Yeah. Anybody else questioning why they didn't start their game like with their defense the way they came out in the second half with Dorian Williams and playing a base defense? Like why they came out with their nickel package against their I'm not quite understanding that whole thought process there.
So from what I guess I saw an interview about Josh Palmer asked Shakir on the sidelines. So like, when do we turn this up and like start playing? And Shakir's like, usually like fourth quarter. I was like, what? What?
Yeah.
But, at the end of the day,
I just wasn't understanding the defense. It didn't make any sense. You know.
Yeah, I totally agree with you.
Yeah, I mean, you hope. I mean, Zay Flowers too actually torched the Bills yesterday or Sunday, excuse me. And he was getting open on no matter who he was on, whether Benford was on him, whether Taron Johnson was on him. It didn't make a difference who they had him matched up against, but he was super shifty, and him in the open field is dangerous. I mean, he's a shorter, faster guy, but he was all over the place.
Well, and they didn't have Likely either. So, that's kind of concerning in the sense. I mean, Mark Andrews, he had the ball one reception.
Yeah.
For 4 yards.
One and a half PPR points in fantasy.
Yeah, tell me about it. I started him. Yeah, thanks. Over Sam Laporta, just because I figured Buffalo secondary.
I did not start him in the other league. I didn't start him in the other game, but
he'll be on my bench moving forward though. So
I was thinking about dropping him. Did you see like all the submitted the submitted calls that the Ravens sent into the league to review? You guys see that?
I saw the fake Facebook post about the argument that Harbaugh was challenging the outcome of the game or whatever.
I saw one about the owner
he didn't. I don't think he challenged the outcome of the game, but I thought I saw that they submitted 3 calls for review or something like that type of thing. But maybe that was fake. I don't know. You never know what's fake anymore.
Yeah, there's a lot of AI stuff out there that catch you. Mitchell's we've talked about it on the podcast before. They make those articles because of guys like Mitch.
Hey, so I just report what I see. Right?
Well, apparently, like guys like me too, because I had this whole breakdown of like the ones that they said that they submitted or whatever. So I was just sitting there. I mean, obviously, one of them was the missed holding call on Dawkins on Allen when he threw the TD to Coleman.
Yeah. How about the missed hold on or pass interference on Coleman in the end zone, or the pushing of Coleman out of bounds?
I had all the counters. I had all the counters as well. But then there's like a missed DPI according to this in the third quarter against Flowers with Benford.
Yeah, I remember that one.
The Ravens had a punt.
Yeah.
And then and then the first half, the 1 second at the end of the half, which is fairly clearly it was 1 second left on the clock. Yeah. Like if you really want to get specific, then you should have had like the half, like the point.
The point.
Well, they said they got proposed in the owners' meeting and it didn't pass.
So I mean, there's clearly 1 second left, like on the clock, like when he went out. Like it didn't switch to 0 yet. So there was some amount of time left.
I don't know who it was said something along the lines of, it's in Buffalo, so you're going to get that call, and if it's in Baltimore, you don't get that call. I mean, at the end of the day, there's a second on the clock. I mean, what is there to argue?
Yeah,
in
no,
regards to that,
there's not much you could really do.
Yeah,
I mean, they missed calls both ways. I mean, the fact that I mean, they obviously clearly missed that bad, terrible spot on Josh, like on the scramble,
the slide. Yeah.
The Bills, and the Bills had a punt right after that.
Yeah,
like they didn't convert the fourth. Like they went to fourth down, so they didn't convert to third down, so they had a punt. Maybe they go down and score there. And then the Coleman thing out of the back of the end zone. Now it would have been 27-21 at that point versus 27-19.
Yeah.
Right.
So
what about the call when it was a touchback, but like did he really slide into the end zone?
Yeah,
like it didn't really look like
his hand touched.
Was it just part of his hand?
Yeah, which is a great call.
I guess
considering there was a few calls where they the ball hit the ground on a catch and were called a catch and they weren't, and they had to go back and review. Yeah. So I mean,
and honestly, like I don't actually mind if they miss it on the field as long as they get it right, like on the review. Like if they say it was a catch and it ends up not being, like who knows? Like you catch it or whatever. But if it's still clearly not a catch and they still screw it up, then it becomes the problem. But
and what happened to the eagle eye stuff? Like, all right, so
they
Josh
used
comes up short. I didn't see it on my TV.
I thought they used it for one of the calls that wasn't a catch. They used that because McDermott threw a challenge flag. Are you talking about measurements?
In the sense of measurements.
Oh
yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, they did talk about that on the TV. They talked about like why they didn't use like the overhead shot or whatever, the measuring tool, like the laser measurements for when Allen slide or something like that. Like the measurement, they're calling for a measurement. They were talking about that.
I would assume that would have to do something with the fact of its judgment based on when he completes his slide. Well, meaning when his knee hits on the slide, where the tip of the ball is. I don't know. It was interesting even listening to was it Gene Steratore? I don't remember who
Steratore.
No, it wasn't Steratore.
It was whoever official, but whoever the official guy was that they have on that they had on the game. He was like, I mean,
Fox.
Oh, he does Fox. Okay. But long story short, he was like, I don't know why. He goes, it's a yard. Because they should be able to figure out a yard.
Yeah. Well, that's what he said. Yeah. How hard is it to spot these balls on the move? And
right.
And not very hard. It's your job.
It shouldn't be hard. It's your job. And I was like, oh, normally you would hear them make some kind of excuse or whatever. Well, but true. I mean, in hindsight, you think about McDermott should have probably challenged the spot.
Yeah, but we lose those challenges all the time.
We have the worst.
They never give it to us, so it would have been a waste.
I wonder, do they still have that one like former official or whatever, like doing the replay stuff? Like
they showed him up in the booth on a few calls.
That should have been the one that they selected to review. I mean, that one was pretty clear.
Yeah, their Bills have the worst record under McDermott of any active coach. Well, that's done it like 15 times, or what I mean.
Oh, as far as challenges go,
yeah. Yep, worse than the league.
But how often do refs actually change their spot? I don't think it's really happened very often in the league.
It's something I'd have to Google. You know what I mean?
You have to. Yeah, it has to be completely obvious for them to change it. I mean, if you can't tell, like if it's a question of whether, then it's a little bit different. But this one, I mean, he was almost a yard over. The first down marker.
He was at least a full football, a half to 3/4 of football over the line.
Yeah. I mean, I know the line isn't technically like it's not.
Line of game.
Well, it's not like actually like exact. It's just like an indicator of where it is. Like it shouldn't be used as a complete reference. It's just supposed to like help the people that are watching it on TV have an idea where it is. But it.
AI says 38% of the time in 2024 that coaches challenges overturn calls. So roughly 1 in 3.
That's a high number.
Yeah.
I think considering
the Bills are on the wrong side of that coin. Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Just to bounce back to that, coming back from 15 points, 4 minutes, as a reference, the teams are 0-717.
Yeah.
I
being down by 15 with 5 minutes left.
Mm-hmm.
And Buffalo did it with 4 minutes left and being 277-0 against teams who have done it with 235
rushing yards.
Rushing yards. He had 40 points.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
is
they're like
insane.
the only team. Like, yeah, they were the only team to win. Like, despite giving up 40 points and letting up 235 yards of rushing.
Yeah.
And the Ravens were the only team to ever lose.
Right.
You know, with
On
doing
the
those
flip
same
side of
stuff.
that, yeah.
On the flip side of that, which is still kind of crazy to think about, you know.
But 717. Like, that's insane.
Yeah.
With 5 minutes.
You know what's crazy to think about too? I don't know, point of reference, because I only, in my head, I think 16 game season, you know, whatever. Obviously, you got to multiply that out by 32 teams. But 717 times somebody had a 2 touchdown lead in the fourth quarter with 5 minutes left. You know, there's so many garbage time field goals, and that just seems like a crazy number to me too, that there were 717 games where essentially the game was done with 5 minutes left.
Lucky
that
17,
was only
maybe.
since like a certain year though, wasn't it? Like, it wasn't
like 60 something.
That's all. I said all time, so I don't know if it goes back to like pre Super Bowl or anything like that.
I thought they only started
before the
keeping track
merger.
of the stat like 2010 or something like that. I thought it was like since 2000, you know, since a certain time frame.
Yeah.
Can't remember. It wasn't 2010. I was just throwing a year out there, but I thought they had selected like it. I thought I saw it was talking about it at a certain year, but anyway.
Well, you know, we mentioned that stat. We were just talking about, you know, Allen had 394 yards passing, and I really wanted to throw it out there that Coleman was really impressive down the stretch that game. He had 2 catches early or for the first half or so, but really found himself open and created a lot of separation, which has been the knock on him last year coming off of his injury, that he just couldn't find space.
Yeah.
And so 8 for 112 in a TD, but I mean,
if he doesn't get that TD, it's a completely different game.
The tip ball. Yeah. The Bills lose the game. It was 4th and 2, right? So, but I just found that he was open even more times than Josh threw him the ball. The ball he threw to Hawes for that 30-yard gain there to put him on the 1. Keon's jumping up and down on like the 15, wide open, because he got separation off of somebody or found a hole in the zone maybe. But I just wanted to point out that I thought he had an awesome game. And
that one catch that he had where he jumped like up in the air, I mean, that's really what we have him for. And it was nice to actually see
over
him like climb the ladder to get that ball.
Starkey. He's
the rookie. I can't think of his name now. Yeah, I know who you're talking about though, Mitch. It wasn't Humphrey, or it wasn't one of the big names. It was, I think it was the rookie. I wish Josh would have thrown that ball on the 2-point conversion.
Let him go up for it as opposed to back shoulder.
Kind of chest height. Yeah.
I will say though, not getting that 2-point conversion, I think, helped us win the game though.
You don't play conservative. You play aggressive instead.
Yeah. So they
missed 3. They missed 3 2-point conversions. So
well, then Baltimore's going to go down and try and score. Like, I think they were trying to kill clock after that. Just
they
to
sure were. Yeah.
And then
they don't run the jet sweep
the
if they're
back.
trying to score.
Yeah. Well, you see the thing where it says, the only reason they punted is because Lamar was cramping. But then meanwhile, he gets wrecked by Ed Oliver.
Oh, Ed killed him.
Ed
played a crazy
he had a
game.
hell of a game. Yeah. 6 tackles, 3 of them for a loss, 1 sack, 1 forced fumble.
I don't know about you guys, but that was one of the best games I've seen him play.
Yeah.
I mean, I know he's had good games in the past, but he was really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's nice to see him kind of, hopefully, fingers crossed, knock on wood, take that next step, and we'll see what he does with the year. But I mean, he's always been, kind of hit or miss.
Is it contract here?
Yeah.
No,
he's got
one more last year.
Just curious.
But when he took Derrick Henry down
2 years ago.
2 years ago?
I think he signed a 4-year deal 2 years ago.
It could be. I think he got extended at some point.
I have to do some Googling, but
I mean, it was impressive to see him take Derrick Henry down the way he did when he took him into the backfield, just threw him on the ground. I mean, that's a big dude to
big boy tackle
toss around,
Yeah.
I think Bosa probably helps that too. As much as you can say Von Miller was good, Von Miller's definitely more of a pass rusher than a run stopper, and we saw that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
and I think Bosa demands a little bit more respect. Age-wise, obviously, he's younger, but I think he deserves a little bit more respect from the offense, whether they're going to chip him or they're going to double him or whatever. Mm-hmm. So it gives Ed the opportunity to, like when Daquan Jones was playing lights out, gives Ed the ability to go one-on-one, and he wins a lot of those just with the leverage and his strength.
Yeah, they touched on that in the pregame. They said Bosa coming in and stuff like that it was going to be have more an effect on the defense, like the line, because it's not like Vaughn where he just is a bull rush to some extent and just goes after the quarterback. You know, Bosa can play the run and can contain the run. Obviously, he got smoked on one of them, like on that
two of them.
On the option, that one on the one that they really showed that they scored on, like he got smoked on. But
it's tough when it's Lamar
scoring that play.
Yeah,
it is. In his first game too, you know. I mean, it's
I have to say he is so pigeon-toed. You've seen him walk. His feet are so in. Like I don't know how he's as quick as he is. And makes the moves. Like it's just, I mean, he's athletic, but Jesus.
By the way, Alex, did you stay? You stayed the whole game? I must have missed
the whole time.
Okay,
there is no more enjoyment.
That's what 70,000 fans said, is that they stayed the whole game. But
watching, well, I couldn't get a signal, so like you guys would be texting, I'd see it, but I couldn't respond to anything because it wouldn't send.
Yeah, it's the worst in the stadium.
There is nothing better than watching all the Baltimore fans like celebrate that they're going to win. And then look over at them at the end, and everybody's heads just down, like in amazement that they just lost this game. And it was filled. There was a lot of Baltimore fans that were around you, but they all stayed for it to watch their team collapse. It was great.
The MVP chants, though, were annoying the hell out of me. I don't know if you could hear them, Alex.
It's all Henry. It's not Lamar.
Well, they were all on the on that side too, over like behind their bench.
Yeah.
It's where most of them.
But I mean, how do you chant MVP when Lamar or Henry's running up and down the field at will? Like, oh yeah, Lamar's doing that. No, he's not. And that's what my argument was last year.
Yeah,
which is what's so annoying.
That was my argument too. I remember sitting next to Ravens fans at the Ravens Bills playoff game, talking to them like, "Oh, Lamar's gonna." It's like, no, like Lamar's having a great year, but if you take Lamar off this team, even with Derrick Henry right now, if Lamar gets hurt at the beginning of the year,
you have the Titans.
They're still in the playoffs with Derrick Henry. Like you saw in Tennessee, he can literally carry a team the entire year. So who is the most valuable player to their team? That's Derrick Henry. Point of the award, guys. You know, I was trying to explain it to them, and eventually they actually were kind of like, "Oh yeah, you're not necessarily wrong."
But Lamar.
That's my TikTok For You page this last 3 days was why, it's either people converting to understand that Josh is, at least the people who were all Lamar before are on, is now, they're this close. Yeah. Or it's why Allen's ahead of Lamar and Mahomes at this point.
And why did it take you this long for that to happen, to convert, quote unquote? Because
Chris Canty on Unsportsmanlike basically said, if I have to go win a game right now, the only quarterback I'm picking is Josh Allen.
Sure.
He's like, I'm not picking anybody else, which is crazy because he's a huge Lamar guy and he's a huge Mahomes guy. And he was actually kind of critical of Allen like the last 2 years ago. And then even last year a little bit. I mean, not critical last year, but still kind of like, I don't know, because of the previous couple of years. But he basically was just like, if I have to go win a game right now, he's my quarterback.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, Lamar had 41 touchdown passes, I think, last year, which is a huge number. And Josh had 28 or 26. One of those two numbers. Obviously, he had the rushing touchdowns to stack it on top. But Henry had 1,921 yards and 16 touchdowns last year.
Yeah, Cook had just over 1,000.
1,009.
Yeah,
with the same touchdowns.
The same amount of touchdowns. Give Cook 900 more rushing yards, and tell me that they don't have the 1 seed, or that they're not. They beat Kansas City if Cook averages what Henry averages per game.
Well, and that's the difference, I guess. Having Ty Johnson and Ray Davis and everybody eats mentality, and James Cook is not a 3-down back.
No, but
and
Yeah,
and he looked really good. He looked great in the game.
He looked real good
too, by the way. Like I mean, he put him down to the goal line. He got in. I mean, I actually wish they had given it to him on. They got down by the goal line and they ran down and they tried like the QB sneak.
Yeah, they were on the 3 or whatever.
Everybody literally, everybody watching knew what they were going to do in that play. Like that, and then they ran. Then they handed the ball off to Cook. I was like, you should have done that in the first play.
Yeah, the problem with that though is we sat there last year and said, why the hell did they not do the tush push when they were on the 2?
Right.
Which I can guarantee you we said that because there was a couple games where it was like we're running, but then again, the 2 a lot of times they run it out of the damn shotgun.
Yeah.
So you're sitting there going,
so
why
dumb.
are you
I don't know why
I
they
just
do
would
that.
have. I mean, obviously, I'm looking at it sitting on my couch or whatever.
Yeah,
like,
I
they
get
obviously know more than I do. But the way I was like looking at like everybody, like as soon as I saw them lining up, I'm like, they're running down there to go try to do the QB sneak. Like hand the ball off to Cook. Like he literally just got you a touchdown down to the goal line. In the same situation. And if you don't get it, then maybe he gets you a yard or half yard, or you get back to the same spot. Then you try to do the tush push in, like get everybody set and stuff like that.
I like how Allen leaped the second time though, instead of going wide left at the goal line. I mean, you can't do that on the 20, but on a fourth and 1, but you can do it on the goal line.
Cross that line and you're
just
good,
cross it and you're done. But speaking of Cook though, not only I was going to say earlier, one of my disappointments for the game wasn't necessarily how that person played, but Ray Davis and Ty Johnson were. I mean, Ty Johnson drops a touchdown pass.
Oh yeah, beautiful pass,
right in his hands, gorgeous pass. Yeah, Ray Davis only had 2 touches, 1 catch for 1 yard or minus 1 yard, and then 1 rush for 1 or 2 yards. Ty Johnson got the ball twice. He had a 17-yard run, which was great. I think it was a flick. Like a jet sweep kind of situation. And then he had 2 targets. He didn't catch. One was Josh, I think, threw at his feet or whatever, just to get rid of the ball. But then he dropped that wheel route. So those guys were not part of the offense like they were towards the tail end of last year. Davis only getting 2 touches is, I picked him up in fantasy thinking at the end of the year last year, even with Cook healthy, he was getting 7 to 10, 12 touches a game, no matter what. But I mean, Cook made it up in the passing game. I mean, he had 60 yards receiving.
Yeah, well, and 25 or 30 of them came out on that one play.
Well, that one long. That's true. One was super long.
And even then, Josh audibled it at the line, and I mean, that was a lot of times throughout that game where he was yelling "kill, kill, kill," or
alert,
switching up, alert, switching things up at the line, and that's, I guess, a lot goes into that success of that game is because of that. Recognizing that defense and putting the ball where you want it to go. But in the same sense, I mean, you go from going down the field and scoring on your opening drive to completely changing your offensive look. And
those next 2 series were brutal.
Like, what the hell was that? Yeah. And it puts you down. You go from up 7-0 down to 14-7.
Yeah. That their offensive, the play calling didn't make any sense to me after that first drive. And like those screenplays never worked.
Yeah. The announcers were saying, I think Josh, maybe I'm thinking of a different game, but like Josh, he has more time than he thinks. Like he's getting rid of the ball.
Yeah, they said it a lot. Yeah.
He,
2.9 seconds. That was on the bottom of the screen.
Yeah.
Which is the fastest of his career and release. But at the same point in time, how can teams throw a screen pass against us and get 15 to 18 yards, and we throw a screen pass and we're losing 3?
It's been the most crazy thing anytime I watch football is like watching other teams throw screen passes and they get a ton of yards, but then like you'll run the same play, your team will run the same play, whatever it is, and they get stuffed or they get or it gets intercepted, off some guy jumps the route or something. It's just.
Does that go back to our soft zone defense, or is it just don't have the guys?
It's got to be scheme, but I think it's the only screen that ever works for us is that Shakir bubble screen, because we run it with Knox and Kincaid and they get hit in the backfield. Occasionally, I think we ran it with Ty Johnson last year, but Shakir's the only one because he's so shifty.
I think that comes out of more Shakir than anything else.
That's what I mean. Yeah. He's the only one that does, because he'll well, number one, we've seen him break. He was what, third most in the league last year in yards after
broken
contact.
tackles.
Yeah.
But he's so shifty. But I don't
Speaking
know.
of Shakir, that catch that shovel pass that Allen had, that was impressive. That
was
could have
cool.
gone.
I'm surprised to hear Collins were. Now that's a guy that took a lot of Patrick
Patrick
Mahomes'
Mahomes'
playbook.
Yeah, it was funny because Mahomes literally had the exact same pass in the game against the Chargers on Friday. So,
well, remember Allen had that chest pass last year for a touchdown that got called back. That was a cool one.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy. We could sit here. Half the thumbnails on our page are Josh Allen in a Superman cape. It seems, but the guy's insane. I mean, 400 yards. Arguably supposed to be the best defense in football. Maybe you could say Philadelphia's is better, but top 3 defense in football. He got AFC Player of the Week. Big surprise. He'll get FedEx Player of the Week or FedEx Air Player of the Week. Either him or they might give it to Rodgers because he had 4 TDs.
Yeah, but, so Josh, 2 for passing, 2
yeah,
rushing.
But rushing doesn't count towards air.
Yeah, I guess.
So, I mean,
but 251 yards in the fourth quarter.
That's wild.
Only 8 quarterbacks in the entire week had more passing yards the entire game. And he did it in 1 quarter. So
to go when they knew he was going to throw.
Yeah, right. When you have to. Yep.
With
Jair Alexander, Humphrey. Like their back end, their corners are supposed to be the best. Like you said, the best in the league.
Yeah. I was going to bring that up. The Jair Alexander was like one of the top corners in the league, like shut down guys, and he was getting smoked.
Coleman had him
Coleman
out there.
Yeah. He broke his ankle.
He was getting torched. Well, and Josh Palmer ran right by him too. Like on that, that was against him. So
there was a few sound overlays on the TikTok that I've seen of Coleman breaking Alexander's legs and he got tripped up by him. But like there's a few good ones of that. I'm just like, well, thank God he actually did trip him up. But
yeah, I know. I was gonna
at post game, Coleman says, "Oh no, I was going to go down at like the 2."
I don't believe that.
He was sprinting.
Yeah, he was full on. He was running like a gazelle out there.
To say that. He was hauling. I bet in the moment you're probably just thinking of getting by Alexander, and then you're going to get contact for that guy who was over on Shakir. But I mean, what a game! Just
12 straight wins at home.
Yeah.
Last time we lost was November 13th of 2023 at home.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's wild.
Outside of the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
I was trying to think.
How about
that was against
though?
the Broncos. That was against the Broncos, right?
Yeah, 12 men on the field. Field goal.
Yeah. That was Damar Hamlin, right?
Yep.
I gotta love Damar. Yeah. So we still won, like we said. The rest of the week from the rest of the NFL. I mean, Chargers taking one off of the Chiefs in Brazil was
Chiefs
huge.
did not look good at all.
Possible 2 alert coming up for the Chiefs.
Yeah, they have a tough schedule.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, the Packers. I
They
said like
good.
the Lions look terrible, but then I started thinking about, I'm like, is it the Lions are terrible or are the Packers just this good?
The Packers are good. You guys laughed at my pick about them taking the division. Just saying.
I don't know if anybody laughed.
I picked them in the division.
Packers? You did?
I picked them in the division.
Adam.
Okay. Well, I mean, I picked them in the division too. I picked them to win that division.
Mitchell remembers things.
I was actually going to say, I'm actually going to change my Super Bowl pick from not the winner.
We're going to get to that later. Don't jump into that now.
No, I'm not jumping. I'm just giving a little tease.
He's baiting the hook. Fucking Christmas. Yeah. Well, yeah. You said they might go 0-2. They could be 1-3. They're going to play the Eagles this week. They could definitely lose that game. Then they got the Giants, who they'll hang a 50 on because the Giants are literally
Jackson Dart might start though.
Okay.
By week 3. Yeah.
Okay.
I got that to look forward to.
And then they got the Ravens the next week. So, I mean, you could see legitimately the Chiefs at 1-3. And then you could see them. Then they got, if the Lions aren't bad, if the Lions just had a bad week because Green Bay was so good, they played after the Ravens, they played the Jags, but then they play the Lions. Then they got the Raiders, another division game who they
They struggle.
Traditionally,
The
that,
Raiders
that
didn't look
division
Raiders
is
look
tough.
bad right now either. I mean, they stole one in New England, and I wasn't expecting them to win that game. I thought they were going to be competitive, but they.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I
I mean,
think
New England has a lot of
Commanders-
injuries right now, and New England has a lot of injuries right now. But I mean, it, you know, hey,
Yeah, I don't think they're as good as I'd like them to be. Unfortunately,
New England?
I was high on New England this year.
I thought
and
Drake May was
I
actually
don't
going to
think
make
they're.
it.
Yeah, I don't think they're there yet.
I'm not willing to write them off. They're probably the second best team in the division. I think the Steelers-Jets game is more a product of two teams that are not that great playing against each
I
other.
was actually going to say the same thing because everyone's talking about how good the Jets looked and how good Rodgers looked, and I'm sitting there, I'm just like, is it that they were good, or is it the fact that they were that good, or is it because both teams are terrible?
We'll
And
find out this
they're-
week with the Jets
yeah.
against
Rodgers
the
got
Bills.
sacked what 5 times?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's not
yeah.
mobile for nothing, though.
No, I know he's got no mobility at all.
Mm.
No.
I'd love to see the
He's
Chiefs
like
have a
Peyton
losing
He's
season,
like
by the
Peyton
way.
Manning back
Oh,
then.
that'd be great, wouldn't it?
That won't happen. But
Well, you get past the Raiders, and they're the situation because they've been the number one in their division, and then the cross division. They then, after that Raiders game, they go Commanders, Buffalo, Broncos, and then they get the Colts. Danny Dimes is obviously the second coming of Josh Allen. The Cowboys is an easy win, but then you got Texans, Chargers.
are the
Titans
Cowboys
suck,
an easy win? Because they played Philadelphia really well. CeeDee Lamb catches those passes. They come out with the
Yeah.
W.
but he doesn't.
Yeah.
That's the
Oh, well, I mean,
Look, I mean, the Cowboys, I think, are going to be competitive until they're not competitive, and I'll be interested. I mean, now's a division game. Jalen Carter, stupid, spits on Dak Prescott, in the beginning of the game,
that was
and then
crazy.
gets tossed.
and he's
By the way,
playing
did you
this
see
week
that
against the
fine?
Chiefs.
Did you see that fine? What is that fine number?
755 too, or whatever.
It's a
No,
percentage of
50
something.
It's a percentage of their pay,
okay.
usually, yeah.
I just thought it was so weird, like the amount. It was like 50-something thousand 777. I'm like, what are we doing?
Right? Yeah, it's like a
why
percentage of
isn't
his
it
game
just
check,
60?
I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
Yeah.
But
yeah, he's playing against them.
I just think they were coming out and they were, first game of the year and stuff like that. But I will say, I mean, Williams looked pretty good, the running back. I mean, he looked pretty solid.
Yeah, he did. He looked good.
So I mean, they might have some hope. They'll have a little bit more of a running game. I don't think their defense is going to hold up very well. I think Trayvon Diggs is the
He's a
doofus.
liability. Mhm.
Yeah, I think actually he's more of a liability right now. He'll end up getting hurt. He'll have like a rolled ankle or something like that, and he'll be out the whole year. Deron Bland, I think he was a 1-year wonder. With all his picks, it's not.
He just
So
signed a big
I think
contract.
I think their defense is flawed, and I think they're going to give up some points, and they're not going to be able to stop anybody outside of Kenny Clark. He can stop the run, but
No, that
whole reason why they
division,
traded for him. Yeah.
that division, I think,
Micah.
is going to beat up Dallas. Just between the Commanders and the Eagles. I think they're going to be. That's
I will
probably
say,
4 games they lose.
I watched the Commanders-Giants game, and I think part of it is also, again, first game, but, the Giants, obviously their offense was awful. But, and I don't know if it's that their defense is halfway decent and good. I mean, I obviously said last week that they'll have a top 10 defense this year if they can actually get off the field, if the offense can stay on the field. The Commanders didn't really look all that great.
No, they didn't.
They only put up
No,
21
they
points.
Yeah,
So
they didn't look.
Sophomore slump for Jaden Daniels. Same thing happened to CJ Stroud.
they don't have a run game. I mean, that guy Merritt or Krosky or whatever, like he'll be
Krosky Merritt,
decent, but Eckler's done. I don't even know why they're even putting him as the RB1. Like, just let
He's
Merritt
more of a
run.
passing back than he is a running
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
He was good in that LA offense or the Chargers offense. You know what I mean?
You see
That
Yeah.
spread out.
Philadelphia just signed Tank Bigsby.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, they
Which
traded for him. They traded for him.
Yeah, traded for him, which is a interesting choice.
Mhm.
But
They apparently tried to trade for him back in August.
and it
When,
just didn't get the.
and it just didn't
that
get.
stage.
Yeah, I can't remember the whole. There was some other. The Jaguars had another offer for something else, and Hank Bigsby was included in the Eagles deal as well with something else, and they took the other deal. I can't remember the whole specifics. Adam Schefter was talking about it on Unsportsmanlike or something like that. But so then after the game, and they saw Travis Etienne have as good of a game as they did. The Eagles called back and, hey, you want to give us Tank Bigsby now for a 5th round pick?
Hey,
Again?
I mean, a 5th rounder is dispensable if you're on a good team.
They
a lot
had
of 5th rounders
like
making the squad.
4 or 5 5th round picks for this upcoming draft. So they traded you don't need 4 or 5 5th round picks on the team like that. I mean, you're not gonna make the team with that team that's there. So might as well just try and get more players and get rid of the picks.
That's a known quantity. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what he's good at. You know what he sucks at. You got all his medical already. You know he's good to go. So, any other good games?
Coming up?
No, just this past week. I mean, the Minnesota
game. I was kind of surprised about. Yeah, I was kind of surprised about. I was going to say that Chicago let that game get away from them. I took Chicago on one of my pick'ems, and I mean, I think Chicago's better than they were last year. I had high hopes for them. Not high hopes, but I thought they were going to have a better year than they did. They did last year, and I don't see it. I mean, Swift gets stuffed at the goal line several times. They struggled on 3rd downs. Caleb Williams ran the ball a lot, but he's under pressure a lot. So I thought they upgraded their offensive line, and seems to be. I don't know. I had high hopes for Ben Johnson on that sideline, and I don't know where they go from here. But
the Falcons Buccaneers game was pretty solid. I mean, I only really obviously wasn't able to watch the game or whatever because it wasn't on. But the
Gamecast.
I mean, that last pass to Ibuka, like, I mean, that was Baker.
Some back and forth at the end there, and Mayfield's clutch too. He's got all the arm talent in the world. He's. Yeah. I mean, you might have thought the game was over with a minute and a half left when Atlanta got ahead, but Baker's getting to be just as dangerous as some of the other top quarterbacks.
Drake London got hurt again. Chris Olave's hurt again. How about Burrow throwing for 7 yards in the freaking second half?
Joe Burrow, yeah.
Like, come on. Yeah, Chase got me 4.9 points in a PPR. What is happening?
The Bengals really.
I mean, that was another game that was just looked terrible. The Bengals and the Browns game, and I mean, you mentioned Danny Dimes. I mean, the Colts beating. I mean, the Dolphins look like a freaking disaster.
Yeah,
I think Rex Ryan said it best. McGenius, the nerd.
Oh, the nerd.
McGenius, the nerd.
They're so soft. They're not playing for anything. Now talks are that Tyreek Hill's going to go to the Steelers. I mean,
I heard they're investigating his domestic violence.
Hold up on Tyreek Hill. Hold up on Tyreek Hill right now, because that's one of the things we're going to touch on later.
Talk about.
I wonder how long it's going to take before Mike McDaniels gets fired, though.
I think
he gets fired in the season.
All right. Well, we might as well.
When Tua's calling you out, when Tua, Mr. Concussion, they said they may have missed it. Sorry, they may have missed a concussion against that Tua had in that game as well. So
can we fast forward to when Mike McDaniel is the Lions offensive coordinator next year?
No, he's going to go back to the 49ers.
I say San Fran.
Salah, Shanahan, and McDaniels again.
You see, I mean, the Lions off OC, like, I mean, they only scored 6 points, 7 points, so.
I think a lot of that's on Jared Goff, though. I mean, he threw a lot of bad balls that game.
Yeah. What's the over under? When do we think Mike McDaniel is going to get fired?
I don't know. When's their bye week?
Once they're officially eliminated from the playoffs.
You think?
You think so? I think it might be before
like
that.
They did the rest of this month. I don't see him lasting past September.
Oh no, he'll be.
Yeah, he's got to bounce back on something, but
yeah. I mean, I'd like to say that they're going to bench Tua before that, but the guy that's going to cost you $70-something million to even cut.
Yeah,
if Zach Wilson start over, that'd be nuts.
Then with Tyreek Hill, can we fast forward to when he's either traded and/or released and signs with the Chiefs?
Well, that was the other thing. So it was either Chiefs or Steelers that he was going to go to.
Yeah.
I fake Facebook post. Tyreek Hill saying that he, chased a bag in Miami and misses the organization, misses his people up there, and would love to have the chance to go back and win a championship with them.
I mean, he was all over talking about, and not a fake Facebook post, about like Tua is the best quarterback I've ever played with. He's the most accurate. Blah blah blah.
Yep.
Dolphins are by week 12, by the way. So, and it's
he's gone
after
before that.
Yeah, and that would be weeks 9, 10, 11 are Ravens, Bills, Commanders.
Fired after week 11.
So
I mean, you got to think this September. So obviously he had the Colts. He's got the
Patriots.
He's got
Bills,
the Patriots,
Jets
the Bills. So he's got
3.
division. He's got division games the next 3.
Mm-hmm.
If he loses all 3 of those,
I think gone by
Hi,
now.
Andy. I see your hands in the background there.
it's just
So
they can see your hands.
Yeah, as long as we don't see the breast pump, I think we're golden.
Hear the
Or
clock
here,
going.
or here. Is that a clock? Is that a cuckoo clock going on there?
You didn't see when she pulled it out.
I saw it.
She like reached her hand in. Yeah.
Oh, I saw the cord.
For the sake of the podcast, I won't say what the buzzing sounds like, but here we are.
What is that strange ticking noise?
All right, let's jump into our pick'ems.
You want to
for
talk
this
this week before we go to pick'ems?
Talk about what?
The Jets game?
Well, we usually do the Bills last and then talk about the thing.
Right.
You want to? We do that first.
No, all right.
right.
Buffalo's 4-1 against the Jets in the last 5 matchups. Josh averages 329 yards a game against them, which is absurd.
Talk more into the mic,
That is
Mitch.
absurd.
Yeah, can you hear you?
Is that better?
Thought you were being soft for suspense.
Yeah, I was like,
that's
all of a sudden
it,
he's
yeah.
whispering now.
Yeah. No, 329 yards, 3 touchdowns. But our defense also gives up 285 yards opposing to the Jets. So it'll come down to, I mean, Hall's a great running back. I like him a lot. Can they stop the run this week?
Mm-hmm.
Including, it's a very similar matchup in the sense of a mobile quarterback. Justin Fields is not a bad quarterback. I would say he did well at the Steelers. I don't know why they benched him in the first place last year.
I don't either.
I think they would have had a better season overall if he stayed there or stayed as the number 1.
I think that was all the offensive coordinator for what happened with him and the Steelers. I don't think they got on the same.
I think it had more to
page.
do with Russ.
Yeah.
The money they were paying Russ and Russ's ego. I don't know that Russ would be okay sitting behind Justin Fields unless he was hurt.
And then you got Coleman going up against Sauce Gardner, which we'll see how much separation he can get there. But I think that'll free up Josh Palmer for a few good catches this coming week. And Shakir.
Yeah. And Kincaid.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Kincaid was very quiet after that touchdown pass at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, he had like 4 or 5 balls. I mean, right?
Yeah, he caught 4 for 46, but one of them was that big end of the half catch on the sideline.
So, the injury report doesn't look great though.
It doesn't.
So Christian Benford, groin injury, full participant today though. Codrington limited with a knee injury. Coleman groin. James Cook hamstring was limited to practice today.
Well, that's not good.
Taron Johnson with a quad injury did not practice.
I don't think there's ever a time he's not on the injury report.
Dawson Knox, hip injury, limited. Greg Rousseau, knee injury, limited. Shaq Thompson, hamstring and hand, did not practice. And Trey White was limited at practice today with a groin injury.
Codrington got hurt on that punt.
That was nuts. They hit him before he even got the ball.
They didn't show the replay
backwards.
Yeah. They didn't show the replay of it on TV, but live it looked like he got there early. But it looked like he hyperextended his knee.
And they're like, "Oh, it was a bang bang play." I don't know about that.
But I don't know how he got up and walked away after that hit, though.
I thought his knee was done.
I
thought he was toast.
Yeah.
I do like the new landing zone that they have to do now, where the kickers have to kick within the landing zone. Like, I kind of like that. The kickoffs, like they can't just boot it out of the back of the end zone. They have to try to hit it in that landing zone type of thing. And if they don't, like they get it at the 40-yard line or something. Versus now, like I kind of like the idea. I like it.
It's a touchbacks to the 30 or 35, but outside the landing zone,
right? And if it goes out of bounds or something, or if it doesn't land in the landing zone, they get it at 40. They get it at the 40.
Yeah, that happened.
That happened in the game. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. As far as Bills Jets go, for some reason, like you'll go watch it in 24 season highlights, last season's highlights or whatever, and the Bills are down with the Jets early. They play us super tight for for a team that's been in the basement for a handful of years now, we have a lot of third quarter and fourth quarter is where we take the lead, as opposed to getting out. I'm sure I could be wrong. It just feels that way, that they play us pretty tight over the first half of the game, and then we separate because we have better players and a better strategy. But
Yeah,
I mean, Breece Hall and Braylon Allen ran pretty well against the Steelers too. I was more impressed with him, just his power against the Steelers once he hit second level.
Yeah,
I was more impressed with the way he was running, considering he's not a name like Breece Hall.
I watched. I saw like one of the fantasy, things as fantasy football drafts come up. Like they'll like post about like their people to watch and stuff like that. And there were a lot of people that were naming Braylon Allen that will probably take the starting spot from Breece Hall and stuff. Like don't waste a pick on Breece Hall type of thing, because Braylon Allen's going to end up taking the spot at some point or another. So
He's going to get all the goal line touches.
Right.
So as far as fantasy goes, he's going to get those, unless Hall gets it in from the 5 or the 6. He's going to get those 2-yard dives. So, well, let's predict the Bills first then. Let's give it a score as well. So, Mitch, why don't you do Bills Jets, and what do you think the score is going to be?
Buffalo 28, the Jets 10.
Okay. Goose?
I will go Bills 30, 33, and the Jets 20.
Okay. Alex?
I'll say Bills 24, Jets 10.
I got Bills 31, Jets 17. So we all have about a 2 touchdown ish gap. The spread the spread's 6.5. So we're all thinking higher than the spread. So Bills minus 6.5 would be a safe bet if you went by our podcast at least.
Yeah, they're my parlay sitting there waiting to go.
Yeah. So let's go around the league for our pick'ems real quick. Remember, these are just money lines. We have the Commanders at the Packers.
I'm going
Packers. I'll take the Packers.
Yeah, I'm taking the Packers.
Yeah. All right. Sick. We have Cleveland at Baltimore. I'm taking the Ravens in a big way.
Yeah, Baltimore by 21.
Baltimore.
Yeah. Spread's 11
you hear,
on that one. But
Jerry Jeudy say that there's nothing to worry about for their secondary. He said, is there anything that you guys are worried about against the secondary of the Ravens? And he was like, nothing. There's nothing that we're scared about. It's a bold pick. I
guess Jerry Judy's going to be injured in the first quarter. You won't have to worry about it.
I'm going to get an illness, but I'm going to catch the flu before.
Yeah, exactly. All of a sudden, his IBS is flaring up. The Rams at the Titans. I'm going to take the
Rams.
I will say they put up a fight though, which is
the Rams did or the Titans did?
The Titans did last week. I was sweating them. They were within 5, 8, 7, something like that, around there.
Yeah, the Broncos. Yeah.
And
Bo Nix.
Broncos didn't
they
look
lost
great.
by 8, right?
Yeah,
20-12 or something.
Yeah, I had the Broncos minus 5.5. I'm like, what the hell is going on? This should be a 20-point win right now.
Should have been. I said Cam Ward was going to throw 3 picks. He did not.
He did not.
He didn't look great, but
I said Sertan was going to get 2 of them. He did not. The Bears at the Lions. I'm going to take Detroit.
Lions.
Yeah, Lions in a bounce back. And the city of Chicago is going to go crazy.
Yeah, Bears in a slide. They're going to draft a new quarterback next year.
Yep.
What color will
for Tyson Bagene? I'm going to call him for Tyson Bagene.
What'd you say?
I've had beignets before. I said, what color will his fingernails be? The guy they draft.
Pink. Black. I mean, they're for his mother. All right.
Yeah. When he was sobbing to her when USC lost that game. That was the cutest. Giants at Cowboys. I'm going to take Dallas.
Dallas.
Yeah, I'm going to take Dallas as well.
You can't take the Giants.
I'm going to go the given the fact that I said Dallas is going to be so bad as they are, I got to stick with my gut. I'm going to say the Giants will win this game.
That's a homer
I
pick
think
for you.
I think
Okay.
Dable's on the hot seat too. He's not going
I
to
do
make it
too.
the full season.
Dable? Yeah, 100%. 100%. I don't know that I'll pick the Giants at all this year. I don't even know who they play.
Okay.
Unless they play.
They have the second hardest schedule. Or actually, no, they have
Third
hardest schedule. The hardest
third.
schedule in the NFL.
Yeah, I don't know that I pick them for anything.
Crazy. Yeah. That's just because they're terrible.
Niners at Saints. Now, this one's interesting.
This is interesting.
Yeah.
Injuries.
It's going to be
Purdy.
backup quarterback. Maybe.
Yeah, Mac Jones, though.
Possibly.
It's Mac.
So it's not as it's Mac
Jones.
Jones. So it's not like you're stepping down to somebody you've never heard of or a rookie or anything like that. So I'm
and Kittle's out. He's on the IR.
Is Jennings still hurt?
I don't know that.
Yeah,
I didn't hear it.
I think he's questionable. Yeah. He's on the injured. He's on the injured list, but I think he's questionable.
I'm still taking the 49ers.
The Saints look better than I thought they were going to look last week. So I'm actually going to, which is crazy because I took the Niners in the NFC West, which is kind of annoying to me right now. So I'm going to take the Saints.
Yes, Purdy's got a shoulder and a toe injury.
And a toe. Yeah.
The toe is more severe.
He's my big toe.
I'm gonna do the same thing as Goose here, and I think the Saints are actually gonna pull it out.
I'm gonna take the Niners because I think Purdy will play.
Yeah, I think Purdy's gonna play too.
I think it's his non-throwing shoulder, which is the good news.
The toe is actually the bigger issue.
No, I know. I just think with Kittle out, he'll try to tough it out if he can.
And he got CMC and looked phenomenal week 1. So
he's got that calf, baby.
Back to his elite status.
Patriots at Dolphins. I'm going to take the Patriots.
Yeah. Miami just looked so bad. Their offensive line was trash.
Better than anybody. Who's better than the worst?
You know so I'm going to take Miami only because it's going to be in Miami
at home,
and it's going to be September, and it's going to be like 95, 100 degrees.
It'll be about 87.
Yeah, on field it'll be
on field it'll be like 100 degrees or something like that. So I'll take the Miami, and I think they bounce back or whatever. But
I am also going to take Miami on a bounce back game.
Alex, who'd you pick?
Patriots.
All right, me and you, solidarity. Jags at Bengals. Even though they look terrible against the Browns, the AFC North is such a weird division. I'm going to take the Bengals.
Yeah, same.
Bengals.
Yeah, I guess I'll take the Bengals too.
Jacksonville's not there yet.
Yeah, they just traded Tank Bigsby, so how good could they be?
How could they be? The backbone of the entire offense.
Yeah, they did. Seahawks at Steelers. I'm going to take Pittsburgh.
I am taking Pittsburgh as well.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh. Okay. Who's got Seahawks? I don't hate the pick.
DK Metcalf has a game.
Revenge game? DK Metcalf revenge game, huh?
Yeah.
I could see it. He looked slow.
2 touchdowns
against the Jets. Like in his route running, to me. It was weird. But then he caught the ball and he was fast again. So
I think it's because he can't run fast in the sense that Rodgers can't hit him. That's my thought process behind that is that he can't get the ball where he needs it to be because he's too fast for Rodgers.
I don't know. I honestly God don't know. I just was watching him like get in and out of his cuts, and he didn't seem like as fast as he normally does. He's huge, obviously. He's a monster of a human.
Oh yeah.
But then when he got the ball in his hands,
ahead, DK.
They could have 100%. When they get the ball in his hands, though, he just I don't know. Who did they take instead of Metcalf? What year was that?
Was it Sammy?
No. That was the OBJ Mike Evans year with Sammy Watkins. Metcalf, I think, has been in the league for 5 years.
Yeah, he hasn't been in the league very long. 4 or 5.
2019.
Who's 5? Yeah, so this is his 6th year.
6th year, yeah. So he's been in 5. Yeah, you're right.
Is that Ed?
I think it is Ed that they took then. Let's see.
I think Mitchell's Googling it, right?
Yeah, hang on a second.
I think it's got to be Ed Oliver's year.
Yeah, we took
Because
Ed
it's not the
Oliver
Tremaine
first round.
Edmonds.
Yeah.
It would be either Ed Oliver, Cody
Yeah.
Ford, or Devin Singletary.
I mean, if they
Doesn't
could have had him over Singletary, then that's the better pick. But I think Oliver's the better pick over DK.
Well, Oliver was our first round.
Oliver was a top 10.
We took Cody
Oliver
Ford
was top
second.
10 pick.
So there's Cody Ford over
who's
Metcalf.
out of the
Cody
league now.
Ford over DK. Yeah.
Yeah, Cody Ford ended up going where to the Bengals,
Yeah.
and then he beat up his wife or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yep.
Or cheated on his wife.
Cheated on her, yeah.
Yeah. My bad. Not to slander Cody Ford.
Not to get him confused as Tyreek Hill.
My opinions are not the opinions of the Cold Front Convos podcast. We cannot be held liable.
Don't come after me.
Mitch Kinney LLC. Denver at the Colts. I got Denver.
Yeah, Denver.
Yeah.
I think the Colts thing was a little fluky. I don't think they're going to be able to do that against that defense. So
I hope
yeah,
not.
Denver.
For my pick's sake.
Danny Dimes, you better hope he doesn't. Otherwise, it makes Dable look that much worse.
It does make him look worse.
Yeah.
It does.
Panthers at Cards. I'm going to take the Cardinals.
Cardinals.
Yep.
Must.
Eagles at Chiefs. I'm going to take the Philadelphia Eagles.
I am also taking
Eagles.
Eagles.
I'm taking the Chiefs.
No
I
Rice.
mean, it's
no
a
Worthy.
coin flip.
Yeah.
It's a coin flip online on the betting. Eagles are
Yeah, it's like
minus
1.5.
110. Philly or Chiefs are minus 107.
What's
So-
it at 1.5?
1.5 to the Chiefs, but
To the
it's
Chiefs.
but it's minus 120 for them at plus
Yeah.
1.5 instead of an even 110. So it's right down the middle. I would say the reason I picked them was because, like you just said, no Rashee Rice, no Worthy.
Yeah,
Kelsey's
Jalen
going to
Carter's
take out
playing.
Juju.
Yeah,
So-
yeah,
Juju and Hollywood Brown.
and Travis Kelsey, who's 37 and he has a porn star mustache.
Still slow as hell.
Yeah, keep
He gets
taking out
open
wide
somehow.
receivers.
It's amazing.
Push-offs. That's why.
Mhm.
All right, so we got that one. So we got. Did you take the Eagles? I'm sorry, Alex.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, cool. Falcons at Vikings. I'm gonna take the Vikings.
I'm going the Vikings as well.
Part of me wants to go Atlanta, but I'm gonna go Vikings.
I'm going to go Atlanta.
Drake London's a big piece of their offense. That is now hurt.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll probably take, which is annoying because I took Atlanta to win that division, but I'm gonna take.
You're betting
Minnesota.
1,000 here, Juice. Juice.
Yeah. Well, no one was going undefeated in their division, so you know what I mean. Tampa Bay at Houston. Houston played so bad last week that I'm gonna take Tampa. Houston should win this game, in my opinion, but I'm gonna take Tampa.
I'm riding the Tampa train.
I took them to win the division.
I think they're doing really well. So did I.
Yeah, I like Tampa.
I think Baker has a shot at MVP this year.
That's bold.
Yeah, I think Houston will bounce back. I think Houston. I'll take Houston.
Yeah, there's a reason Goose was out of this week 13 last year. Chargers at Raiders. I'm gonna
Chargers.
Go
take
big or go home, right?
Chargers.
Go big or
Chargers
go
by
home.
17.
Chargers. Yeah,
Chargers.
Let's hope it wasn't a fluke.
Raiders. Yeah. I'll go Chargers. Yeah.
they just came off of a win against Kansas City. At that point, I got to pick them until they run until either they shit the bed or they run into a powerhouse.
I think the Raiders will play them
Back-to-back.
tough. I think the Raiders will play them tough, but
Yeah.
it'll be an
Back-to-back
ugly
division
game.
games for them.
Division,
I think
yeah,
it's
it's
gonna be
tough.
ugly. I think it's gonna be a
start.
really ugly game. I think it's gonna be a lot of running.
Yeah. Oh, well, okay. That's
Geno
it.
Smith had a hell of a game, though.
Why do I feel?
Seven.
Oh, okay. The next game after that is listed as in the app is Bills Dolphins because that's the Thursday night game. So I got confused for a hot second. I was like, "What? What do you
in
mean?"
Florida for that one. Be watching it at Buffalo Wild Wings and Disney.
I will be on an airplane. So I will be trying to watch it through Southwest Wi-Fi. Good luck. All right, so there's our pick'ems for this week. Last week we did the division champions. So what we're going to do now is I'd like to hear everybody's AFC and NFC championship matchup, and then who makes it to and wins the Super Bowl. So I'm going to let Alex, our school teacher friend, kick us off.
So for the NFC, I think I'm going to go with Green Bay and the Eagles. And with the AFC, I'm going to say Bills and Ravens.
Okay. Who do you got winning both of those games?
I'm changing what I said last week. So I think I'm going to say it's going to be Bills and Green Bay.
And who takes home the trophy?
Well, of course the Bills.
Of course the Bills, by a billion.
Yeah.
Mitch?
I'm sticking with what I said. Green Bay and Buffalo in the Super Bowl, but it's going to be Philadelphia, Green Bay, Buffalo, Baltimore, Buffalo versus Green Bay, Buffalo wins.
Oh, same as Alex. Got you. Goose?
So I'm also going to kind of change what I said last week. I think I said Commanders and the Bills in the Super Bowl. So I think it's going to be the Commanders and the Packers in the NFC, but I think the Packers will win, get in the Super Bowl. And as far as the AFC, I think it's going to be the Bills over. I don't think it's going to be the Ravens. I think they're going to choke before that. Bills over the Chargers. The Bills get in and the Bills win.
Nice. I have Tampa Bay and the Eagles, with the Eagles winning. And then I have the Bills and the Bengals. I have the Bengals upsetting the Ravens
Baltimore.
and the Bills
Baltimore.
beating the Chiefs.
Yep.
And then I got the Bills beating the Bengals. Trey White redemption arc against how bad the Bengals torched the shit out of us a couple of years ago. And then the Bills winning. So we all have Super Bowl.
I do want on the record, though, our week one picks, because I stuck with mine, and you guys all changed yours. So
that's fine, Mitch.
For the record,
we'll do this again down the road, and it'll be that
Buffalo Packers.
No, I was going to say it'll be the Jordan Love tore his ACL, and you're like, wow.
Well, that's a different story. That's a different story. Barring any major injuries.
Fair. All right. What else? Do we have anything else for this one?
No, the Yankees screwed me out of bed again tonight. Besides that,
I've lost so many one legs. Mark Andrews torched me. I hit 6 anytime TDs in a parlay except for Mark Andrews.
Yeah, well, I had the Connecticut Sun WNBA, and the over 156.5.
You're degenerate.
Yankees money line. Yankees money line. Hey, I rarely lose on. I hit both of those. Thank you. I rarely lose on WNBA because they're easy peasy money. And I took the over 7.5, and the Yankees lost 11-1 against Detroit.
They got smoked last night by Detroit too.
Yeah, and they're at home tonight.
Yeah,
turned the game on after I watched the international friendly, like the end of the friendly with the U.S. against Japan last night, and I'm like, oh, the Yankees are on too. Switched over, and I see it's 15-2, and I was like, yeah, no, I'm not watching this. Like, not wasting my time watching this nonsense.
8 hits, 1 run. Detroit had 16 hits with 11 runs.
So agitating.
It's nuts. I tell myself every year, don't bet the Yankees, don't bet the Yankees. But then they go on like a 5 or 6 game winning streak, and then I jump on the bandwagon, and then lose the damn next game. So it's how it goes.
I had Henry.
It was a free bet, but whatever.
Free bets are I had Henry, Cook, Allen, Andrews, and then Jefferson and Jones in a 6-person anytime touchdown scorer that was plus 67.60, and I put $20 on it. It's like 1,200 and change. And Andrews 1 catch, 8 yards. And then I had a 7-leg parlay with receptions, and rushing yards between Shakir, Andrews, Henry, Shakir, Lamar, Allen, and then a Lamar Jackson anytime touchdown score. That all hit except for Andrews' 3 receptions. That was plus 1,700. Stupid.
So I did well this week. I had Buffalo money line, Josh Allen anytime, Derrick Henry anytime. I won 870 on that. I had Josh Allen and Lamar. Like there's a special to each have over 25 yards rushing. Mm-hmm. I won 250 on that.
Nice.
I won Denver minus 5.5, Green Bay money line, San Fran minus 2.5. That was another 850. And then I won the Cardinals, Bengals, and Denver minus 2.5. That was another 740.
What'd you end up plus on the day or on the weekend?
20. Well,
after all the bets that lost didn't hit, yeah.
Plus 1,200.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah.
So you had some bets in there too, obviously that didn't.
Yeah, some bets that didn't hit.
Didn't come to fruition.
Overall, I'll take
plus 1,200 next weekend.
Yeah.
So dinner's on you next week when you guys are in Disney, right?
Oh no. This money doesn't leave. This money doesn't leave the betting account till the end of the year.
Yeah, right.
Because rarely does it stay at plus. So
right.
It's usually gone.
That way you don't have to pay taxes on it either, right? It stays in the account. Yeah.
Just play money at this point.
But so we'll meet again next Wednesday. Do that, and then we'll have to figure out the following week because Mitchell and I will both be in Florida.
And Wednesday is Epcot day. I can't guarantee what shape I'll be in after drinking around the
world. Last time it wasn't so great. The shape he was in.
I was in great shape. You were just disappointed in my vulgar language.
I was disappointed in your vulgar language.
Which country do you start in, Mitch? Do you start
Mexico? You have to start in Mexico with the margarita. Yeah. If you go start in Canada, you're a psychopath.
Finishing with tequila would be a bad choice.
Yeah, it's rough life. But even then, a lot of people in Japan get like the sake, or they have like a plum.
The plum one, yeah.
Mm-hmm. The plum one. I go with an Ichiban.
Yeah, you go beer.
I go with the beer.
So it's like Canada. Some people start with a beer because they have Blue Light. They have some of the Moosehead. Moosehead. They have that what's it called? An apple. It's an apple cider kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah. But I also double up in France on the Grey Goose the Grey Goose slushies.
Yeah, those are good too.
With Grand Marnier, it tastes like an orange creamsicle. Outstanding.
Maybe we'll do for content a.
Yeah, we can go live from Epcot.
Now we don't have 1,000 followers. We can't go live, but we can take a video.
That's true.
I followed us. I don't know if anyone else has.
I followed us, but I didn't see your posts though. I didn't get to share.
Oh, one of them. Well, this one will go on Facebook and all that stuff. But the 2 TikToks that I posted, one had. Granted, frankly, no one.
I couldn't find us on TikTok.
Created the account. It's on there. Cold Front Convos. Yeah. It's on there. We had 138 views on the one TikTok, which, to be honest, is pretty good considering I made the account and posted the video within 6 minutes of each other.
Well, when you wonder, it could be a view like they're scrolling and they stop and then they just quickly watch and then they scroll through it. Like that could be a view, right? So
yeah,
I double posted our video.
No, there's 2. One's NFC, one's AFC.
Oh, okay.
So
my bad.
Yep, it's all good. So, anyways, we'll figure that out. But until then, if you stuck around this long, we appreciate you. You're
God bless
the
you.
Punishment. Yeah.
And rest in peace, Charlie Kirk.
Yeah. All right. So that's it. Go Bills.
Go Bills.
Go Bills. It for